Hello, this is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. Good evening to you. This is Daily Dose of Dylan. Sorry about yesterday. I didn't upload yesterday. It was just because... sorry. When I tried uploading it, when I recorded it, it didn't have any sound for some reason. So, alright. So, we got a lot of free agency going on here. So yesterday, just to sum up the big things I talked about yesterday, I like Aaron Jones' extension. A lot of it is from the incentives. You're only supposed to look at the guaranteed money. Everything else is going to get restructured or, So, I like Aaron Jones, the Aaron Jones signing. I think it's great for the Packers. They weren't going to get Corey Linsley back. I'll talk about Corey Linsley later. And I talked about... Well, actually, I'll talk about the Patriots more today, so I'll just go over that. And later today, I'm going to talk about my takeaways from free agency. Alright. So, Dalton just signed with the Bears. And it's kind of rough for them. Because they went from being in the Wilson sweepstakes, which I actually heard that they made a strong push for Wilson, but the Seahawks said no. It is a little rough that they had to go from the Wilson sweepstakes to going after Dalton. I mean, that's like promising someone a 2-week vacation in Hawaii and then settling for a weekend at a state park. Now, I don't trust Ryan Pace. He hasn't been making good moves since he got there. I didn't like the Trubisky pick. And all he has to do is get a pretty good starting quarterback. It doesn't have to be a Russell Wilson, but it could be someone pretty good. And be a Super Bowl contender. You got an above-average tight end, a pretty good O-line, a star wideout, a talented running back, and a Super Bowl-level defense. And Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year. He seems to be a pretty good coach, so really, you should. I don't know if it was. It seems like it was the one thing they can do, the only thing they can do, but because Winston's off the market. But honestly, a better move would have been pushing for Sam Darnold. I think that he would be a better fit there. But and I still do believe Wilson would be a better fit with the football team. But that's on Wilson's side of things. For the Bears, it would be great to have Russell Wilson, but for Russell Wilson, it would be good to have the Bears, not great. So another team that could have went after Sam Darnold instead of the guy they got was the football team. I've been talking about the football team and the Bears for a while now, how close they are to being contenders, if they just got the right guy, and they did not figure that out this offseason. Washington signed Fitzpatrick. I've heard they were concerned with Smith's past injuries and his physical limitations, kind of like Teddy Bridgewater. So I get why they didn't keep him, but it would have been better to keep him for leadership reasons, because he's 5-1, or go after Darnold for his youth and athleticism. You can sell leadership and athleticism in the locker room, but you can hardly sell Fitz with his casualness and his mistakes. So they're not going to go with 4 quarterbacks, so I don't know what their plan is here. Fitzpatrick had one good year with the Jets, and that was it. So, I don't know what to do there. Alright, let's get some music going. So apparently, Pete Carroll is high on Sam Darnold as a possible Russell Wilson replacement. Now he talked about this in December, but here's why I think he's doing this. Think about it. When Richard Sherman got loud, he traded him. When Earl Thomas got loud, he traded him. Pete does not like loud people, which is good. Because I feel like the louder you are, the worse franchise you are. So, it's normally good moves by him, but you should never get rid of a guy like Russell Wilson. But in Pete's world, he rebuilt UCC, he rebuilt Seattle. He feels like he got that rebuilding gene. And he feels he can do it with another quarterback. So, Jameis Winston returned to the Saints, and I knew he was going to come back, because it would be stupid if you didn't. It's very difficult to replace a legend. I have faith in the Saints, though. Because they have a great organization, great all-around roster. And Jameis is capable, like more than capable. Like I said, he threw for 33 touchdowns and over 4,000 yards. Only 8 quarterbacks did that. And all 8 of those quarterbacks are either great or good. Watson did it. Mahomes did it. Tom Brady did it. Josh Allen did it. Justin Herbert did it. Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson. The outlier there is Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins is good at his position. So, and again, he's not going to throw 30 picks in a sophisticated system like Peyton. So, I'm not saying, so you might be misinterpreting what I'm saying here. I'm not saying he's like an elite quarterback. Because obviously he makes those mistakes with all the picks and all that. But I think he'll still throw like 15 picks. I'd say in Peyton's system, he throws 30 touchdowns and 15 picks. I'm not saying he's elite. I'm saying he's a good quarterback, and a lot of people aren't seeing that. All right, so the Chiefs are signing Joe Thuney. The Chiefs kind of got a problem on their offensive line right now because they lost their two of the best O-linemen in the league, and they have 3 other O-linemen that are free agents, and they will probably restructure those contracts. But a rebuild on the O-line would be scary with Mahomes, but I'm sure it will work out for them. I think the Chiefs are smart. I think their front office is good, and I think they'll work it out. So, the Bucs are continuing to retain their roster here. They've so far gotten Shaq Barrett, Levante David, Chris Godwin, and now Gronk locked up. All they gotta do is get Leonard Fournette and AB. I think AB will pay for anything. I mean, he has to have matured now, and like he has to see that, not every team. Yeah, he has to see that the Bucs kind of revived his career and gave him a second chance. So I think he'll play for any money. I think Leonard Fournette is the answer for a possible cut. But Tampa, it's an easy place to live. And Brady is an easy person to play with. Like, taking pay cuts is a very good move. I know right now, like, when you look at the successful quarterbacks, like, when the quarterback succeeded, they either succeeded in their rookie years when they were on a rookie contract, or they were just great their entire career and took pay cuts. That's always how it works. Brady takes pay cuts. He keeps winning Super Bowls. Rodgers and Wilson, they took the money. They only won in their rookie years. Or in their early years when they were getting on a rookie contract. Now, name a player who became more relevant after leaving Brady. I know Chandler Jones. I think that was the person a lot of people were saying. He's playing a little bit better, but is he more relevant? Relevance, value, and winning. That's what matters. He is not more relevant. He does have a little more value, but he's winning less. 2 of those 3 are checked off. So, even Chandler Jones, who I think is great, is not doing better without Brady. Do I sound a little congested? I feel like I sound congested right now. That's fine. So, actually, I forgot to say this. I'm going to count down my 10 best free agency signings ever. So here we go. Let's get some music going. Number 10 is Vrabel to the Pats. He was key to the 3 Super Bowls he had. He was very versatile. He scored touchdowns in some of those. He was a steal in free agency, and he's number 10. Number 9 is Kurt Warner. He changed the culture there. He got them to the Super Bowl. Culture changers. He showed his value there. He proved his value there. I think that's what got him to the Hall of Fame, this signing. The fact that he took a franchise... like the Saints... Or not the... Like the Saints with Drew Brees. Like, Drew Brees took them from being the saddest franchise ever to one of the more successful. Kurt Warner took them and made them one of the most successful franchises at the time. Number 8 is Rod Woodson to my Packers. He had 9 picks returned for a touchdown in one of those years. He was a key part in them getting to the Super Bowl. Key to their success while he played there. Woodson and the Packers. I mean, those were some of his best years. People forget that. I mean, those are really his golden years. 9 picks, 7 picks. You know? That was his prime. That was he was also selected 4 Pro Bowls in that time. 2 All-Pros, first team. So, Woodson to the Packers, number 8. Number 7. Rod Woodson to the Ravens. He added an aggressiveness to that team when they went to the Super Bowl. He was a big part of that stifling 2000s Ravens defense. He added an aggressiveness. He had 5 defensive touchdowns in 1 year at that time. I think it's a record, but I'm not sure. And he really flipped the script there. And it's always great when a non-quarterback kind of flips the script for a franchise, almost. And I'm not saying he really flipped it. Like, I'm not saying he's, like, really the one, but he kind of pushed them over. Like, Khalil Mack with the Bears. Like, Khalil Mack is one of the best rushers in the league, obviously. But we didn't know how good the Bears' defense